Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Flosstube number 10. I'm Ali. I'm a wee Scot in Yorkshire, and this is my Flosstube. Hi to everyone that has come back again. Thanks to everyone who's been leaving messages, and hello to anybody that's come to me for the first time. Really happy to have you here. Right, it's probably just going to be a little short one this time. So I've not got too much to show you. I've got my 5 and 5s, roll the dice, a little bit of an update on roll the dice, and a couple of finishes that are not recent. That are just they were upstairs, and well, anyway, we'll get to them in a minute. So yeah, I very nearly didn't get to do this tonight because I had a little bit of a mishap yesterday. I went up to Silsden, which is a village just outside Keighley, and I go to an Ignata group up there. I'm going to them for several years, and we've recently changed the venue, and so I toddled up there yesterday, and unusually for me, I didn't read on the bus up to Keighley. Normally, I just pull my book out and I just read, but it was such a lovely day yesterday, very spring-like, lovely blue skies, lots of sunshine, fluffy white clouds. So I was just looking at the scenery. It is a nice trip up there. And so I arrived in Keighley, got my connection, and you'd literally just going from Keighley to Silsden, which isn't it's only about a 15-minute bus journey, and I don't normally read on the bus, but I think we were about halfway there, and I thought I'll just pull out my book and I'll read a couple of pages. I went into my bag and I thought, where are my glasses? And I knew I'd had them. And I was thinking back to where they might have been. And the last time I physically remembered having them was when my taxi dropped me off in Saltaire to get the bus up to Keighley. And my glasses were on top of the bag and my purse was underneath, so I'd taken them out. And I think what I did was I put them beside me on the seat instead of holding them in my hand, putting them in, and then paying the driver. So when I arrived at Silsden, I rang the taxi company and they said that they would check with the driver who had finished his shift. So they said, ring us back in an hour and we'll make some checks for you. So, of course, I couldn't do any stitching. And I was really upset because A, I need my glasses, and B, I was wanting to start on my Roll the Dice project yesterday, which is Nantucket Rose. And I wanted to get those first few stitches in. And so all I could do was sit and watch the wildlife outside, make tea for the ladies, and eat cake. Well, and chat. We had a good giggle about it. I tried on various people's glasses to see if they would fit me and have the magnifier on, but no, it wasn't happening. So I rang them again after an hour, and they said that they were hoping that they would be handed in. Could I ring them about this time tomorrow? So I said, okay. So I duly rang them today, just about lunchtime, and I spoke to a different guy and explained what happened yesterday. And he said, I'll ring the taxi driver for you now, ring me back in 10 minutes. I rang him back and he said he's going to bring them into the office. Can you come down and collect them? And I said, yeah, of course. And I was thinking, right, how am I going to get there? I'm going to have to ring them to take a taxi to their office and then turn around and come back up. Or I could speak to my neighbour Nicola and see if she could run me down. So while I was waiting for them to let me know that the glasses were at the taxi office, I got a message through and it said, your taxi has been confirmed. I'm like, what? And then I get another message through, your taxi is on its way. And I've ordered a taxi. And then another message came through, your taxi has arrived. It is a whatever it was. And this was about 10 to 4, I think. And I was like, right, okay. And I was sort of kept looking out the window and I couldn't see anything. And then I thought, oh, I thought they might have sent it to the wrong person. And then the next thing, there's a knock on the door, and there's my taxi driver from yesterday with my glasses. So it was really good of him to bring them up to me. They did charge me, but they only charged me the standing rate. When you first get in a taxi, whatever the charge is. I had actually been going to say to them, look, if you can send a taxi up with them, I'll pay whatever it is from your office up to my house. So it was really good of him to hand them in. So I've got my glasses back. I can stitch. I did try last night with a spare pair of glasses and a much stronger magnifier. I managed I managed a few stitches, but I didn't get an awful lot done. But I'll show you that when we get to it. So anyway, that's a saga of mine. Honestly, I shouldn't be allowed out in public. I'm useless. Anyway, moving swiftly along. Right, 5 and 5. So you've already seen this, but I'll show you again. I haven't done any more to it because it's already had its turn this month. But this is the Blue Tits bookmark. It's such a pretty design. I love Blue Tits. They are so gorgeous. And everyone, when I showed this at the start, when I said that I was going to put it in my 5 of 5, and everybody was saying, wow, it's lovely. So I'm enjoying doing it, even though I've only touched it once this month. It's still where it was. It's just got the little bits at the bottom, and I'm working my way up. This is the border that goes all the way around the design, and it's got the same little bit as this at the top, and that's the bit that you thread the tassel through. So it'll soon be March, and this will be getting picked up again. So I'm looking forward to starting on that. So we'll just put it all back in again. I really should put it into a proper little thing to hold it all. I'll get around to that as well. Loads of little things upstairs that it probably could go into. There we go. So that is Blue Tits bookmark. Right, put that there. And then after the Blue Tits, I started on Winter Sampler, which is here. I'll just pull that out. I'll get it up on here. Just go. Ding ding. Oh, come on, anytime you like. I'll have a slurp of tea while we're waiting. Right, winter sampler, here we go. There we go, just make that slightly bigger for you. There we go. Winter sampler. Oops, there we go. It's by Croquetta Go-Go. And I did quite a bit on this, as you probably saw in my last Flosstube. Did a lot of it while I was through at Cheshire Stitches, staying with Di, and really enjoying working on it. I'm glad I got past that little wreath, because it needed doing. But there we go. Look. So got the wreath, lovely juicy strawberry, and nice red squirrel, and the startings of another squirrel. So he will get finished when I pick this up again next month. It really is lovely to stitch, using the call for threads, which are DMCs, I think. Hang on, and I will just confirm that with you. Quick. Oh yeah, they're definitely DMCs. And doing it on my go-to fabric, Bone Joberlin. The lady who does Croquette Go-Go, her Etsy shop is lovely. She's got so many lovely, lovely designs, and I have to keep going. No, maybe next time. So that is Winter Sampler. Then I moved on to Spring Sampler, and I think this brings us up to date with where we were last time I spoke to you guys. So Spring Sampler, it's a Little House Needleworks design. It's one of the seasonal samplers that she's done. They're quite small samplers, but they're lovely when they're stitched up. This is obviously a computer generated picture, but when you see it getting worked up, it is lovely. So I'll just fold that over like that, and then again, and there you go. So I've done the roof of the house in the centre, and the left hand side, I can't tell my right from my left, the left hand side of the design, the border, and it's lovely. This fabric is lovely. It's 28 count linen, and it's antique ivory, and there's enough room on this piece of linen for me to do all 4 designs in this series, and I think they're going to look absolutely fabulous. As I said, I've already seen Winter, and it is gorgeous, and I'm hoping to get my hands on that very soon. But as I say, I am enjoying it. It's been stitched in it's classic Colourworks, which are the called for threads, and I am really enjoying stitching it. So let's stay there. And next in line is Spring Awakening. Okay, I'll just get that up for us. Okay. And this is by Stitches Through the Years. And this is it. So I started this last August. It was my Yorkshire Day start. Lovely, lovely design. And this is where I've got to on it. I'm really, really pleased with my progress on this. Look at that. I've done loads. Absolutely loads. Absolutely loving it. There we go. It's again stitched on my bone Joberlin using the called for DMCs. And it's just gorgeous. I love it. Absolutely love it. Go. Pop that down there. Right then, and last in 5 of 5, obviously, which is also my Roll the Dice project for February, and that was Nantucket Rose. I'll just find, there she is, Lavender and Lace project. She is lovely. My friend Jo, over in Sheffield, she is also working on this, and hers is coming along so well. In fact, she put a post up about it just about a week ago. I was like, I need to get on with this. Jo stitches quite fast. She's always got loads of projects on the go as well, but she gets a lot of finishes. So there's a cat hair on there. So I am stitching this on eggshell blue Joberlin, and I'll just fold it up like that. As I said, I only did a tiny little bit of it last night. About 31 stitches in there, so not a lot at all. But given I didn't have my normal glasses, I think I did pretty well, to be honest. But I will carry on with this until Friday, so hopefully I'll get a fair bit done with this. And then it will go back into Roll the Dice for 2025-26. Right, so another slurp of tea. It's talking all the time. It's really thirsty work. Right, I'll just so I don't use the battery. Right, as I said, I was up in the craft room earlier today. Actually, that's not quite true. I actually was in the room next to the craft room, which is my spare bedroom. But a lot of the stuff has sort of found its way through there. I've got a whole load of fabrics that were gifted to me by a work colleague just over a year ago, and I'm still sorting them out into bundles. So I've got the ironing board up in there, I've got a whole pile of these fabrics on top, and I had these designs sat there as well, and I thought, well, it's about time I did something with them. One of them is going to get made up into a small pillow, one is going to be a cushion, and the other one is going to get framed. So the first one, I've got my project book out, so I can tell you all about it. So this is Bee Virtues, and this is by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's a lovely design. I just absolutely adore it. It's just so pretty. Look at the little blue flowers, the little bees, the little buzzy bees all over. So I'm going to, as I say, I'm going to make this into a little pillow. I'm thinking what I might do is get. Actually, I might have a bee charm. Pretty sure I've got a bee charm, and I can put that on the bee skip. And then I will make it into. I'll get some nice fabric, some bee fabric, actually, and get that made up, and then it can sit up in the craft room in my smalls display, and I'll see it every day I go up there, which will be nice. But it really was. It was a lovely, lovely design stitch. And I started that. Let's see. I started it in April 23 using DMCs, called for DMCs, and classic colourworks, and also Weeks Dye Works. It's done on my go-to again, 20 count Joberlin in bone, and I finished it in June 23, so it only took me 2 months to stitch. There we go. So it needs to be pressed. I think I've already pressed it already, but I'll need to press it again and then get it made up into a pillow. Right, the next one, go back a page, is another Country Cottage Needleworks. Just pull this out. There we go. And this is Pie Menu. I did most of the stitching on this. The last time I was up at the Scottish Stitching Retreat, up till the very early hours of the morning, me and Gordon Horn sitting, chatting away, talking about travelling and stitching away. And I just loved it. I absolutely adored stitching on this. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. I quite like these lists that Country Cottage Needleworks do. I've got a couple of them now. So this one, again, stitched on 28 count Joberlin in bone, stitched using the called for colours, which were DMC, Crescent Colours, Weeks Dye Works, and Gas Threads. Started it in October 22 and finished it in November 22. So it literally took me about 5 weeks to stitch. That's how much I loved it. If I love stitching something, it just flies off my needle. It really does. Whoops, I just dropped it. So there we go. So this one will get framed. I need to have a little trip up to Ripon and go and have a word with Sam's framer in Ripon Market. And it's always an excuse to go up and meet Sam, go for some lunch and a coffee. Right, next one is this one, and it is Little House Needleworks, Love, Family, Home, and this was one of those special edition ones that she does with the threads and the charts. There was a floss drop with it as well, which was lovely. And I loved stitching on this one. Really, really enjoyed it. This house is actually her logo. And it's just lovely. So it is stitched on 28 count natural linen, and it's done in the called for classic colourworks. And I started it in March 22 and finished it in December 22. And it's lovely. So that will get made into a pillow like the classic colourworks ones that I've done of the little shops, because I think it'll make a nice pillow. It'll look nice with the others. I did bring down the oh, there it is. I wondered where that was. I brought down the basket that I put all my finished items in that haven't been framed or made up into anything. This was another one that I did around this time. Let me see if I can find. Should be in here. They're all done around about the same time. It's a big checkerboard bunny. Nope, it's not there. That's strange. I do have the details though, because this was the second time that I had worked on this one. It will be here somewhere. Where is it? I saw it just the other day when I was going through this. Oh, here somewhere. All these designs I stitched there. Okay, so I'll show you it again. This one is called Sharing Letters. It's by Sandman Originals. Stitched on my go-to 28 count Joberlin bone, using the called for DMC colours. There was also Weeks Dye Works and some Glisten Gloss metallics in there as well to give it a little bit of a sparkle. I just love the way it just all ties together, and those leaves are so pretty. And the acorns too. We don't want the acorns to feel left out, do we? So, yeah, it's nice, and it is a lovely little design. I don't know if Sandman Originals are around anymore. Luckily, I couldn't find the pattern in from when I had done it before. I thought I still had it, but I may have given it to someone. But I managed to download it and put it onto Pattern Keeper, and I was really pleased to find it. I'm just wondering what else we've got in here. I know what that is. Yeah, because normally I put stuff in here and then it just disappears and it never sees the light of day again. And I normally will press them and then just roll them up and tie them up with a bit of ribbon. Let's see what else we've got in here. I think you've seen most of these anyway. If you haven't, let me know and I can always bring them down next time. I think that's everything that's there. Let's see. Oh shit, frog. Yeah, I think that's everything that's in there. So I'll just pop those in there as well and take it back upstairs. It'll probably be up there tomorrow, or I'll take it halfway up tonight. Right, I did say I had a bit of an update for Roll the Dice. So starting from the 1st of March, I will do Roll the Dice here on my Flosstube. So what I'm going to do is I will film it on the 1st of each month, and I'll just do it as a little short so that it will pop up in your feed if you're following me. And if you're going to join in with Roll the Dice, please feel free to do so. It would be nice to have some company along the way. So basically you can either choose 12 separate designs, or you can choose 6, bring them in twice. You can choose one design and just work on it every month, and then check your progress every month to see how we've done. So I will tell you what I've decided on. I haven't made final decisions on what I'm going to do for Roll the Dice. I did say that maybe one would drop out, and I've already lost the bookshelf because it's been finished. So I probably will have 2 spaces to go in there, but I need to make up my mind what is going to go into those 2 spaces. So I'm going to think on that over the next few days, and then I'll let you know what I'm going to do on the 1st of March, which is next Saturday. And it would have been my grandma's birthday. She was born on the 1st of March, 1895. Very long time ago. And yeah, I always 1st of March obviously is St David's Day, and I always try to have daffodils in the house to celebrate Grand's birthday. I was very close with my grandma, so it's always nice to have daffodils. So if I can have daffodils in here without the cats eating them, I will do it. So I might be able to pick some up when I'm in the office on Wednesday. Pick some up on my way home. So I will see you all briefly on the 1st of March, and otherwise I will see you, let's see, when I was talking to Di earlier, I was saying, oh yeah, this is the weekend I'm going to be doing this, so this is today, so the next one will be, heaven's sake, who knew there were so many pages in the diary? Next one will be on Sunday the 9th of March. So I will see you then. And I've done very well today because I haven't told you my news. But you will find out what it is in due course. I shall speak to you all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and happy stitching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.